These ain't glorified gang or prison stories, man. These is lived experiences. Welcome back to the Swing Glow Podcast Show. Do Rock Creep. It's an absolute pleasure to be back here at this round table amongst my round table family, man. Salute to everybody that's able to show up today. Now, look, I know we've been off, for quite a few days. However, man, sometimes you got to cut the switch off on everything, let everything reset, repower back up. And I definitely need to do that. It's a lot going on in my personal life. So, I definitely had to repower back up. However, man, let me say this before I jump into what I need to jump into. If you haven't already did it, please take this opportunity now to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Swang Glow Podcast Show. Do Rock Creep. It won't cost you a dime. I promise you that. It helps us get further into the algorithm. And, we slowly but surely doing that. You feel me? One viewer at a time, one subscriber at a time. We're not in no rush. However, the mission is to get further into the algorithm. So again, if you haven't already did it, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Swing Glow Podcast Show. Do Rock Creep. All right, now look, man. I've been seeing, on the days that I've been off and I haven't been podding, I've been definitely keeping my ear to the streets on a lot of the things that's going on social media, YouTube specifically. You feel me? And they got a lot going on YouTube. You feel me? Now, I'm going to speak on a few things without mentioning anybody's name because I'm not in a position to, for one, beef with anybody. You feel me? Especially if they are on the streets and I am in prison. However, we're not here for beef. We're here for truth. We're here for truth and we're here to stand up for what's right, for righteousness. You feel me? Now, the question is this. Getting accepted back into your hood, fresh off a PC SNY 50-50 yard. You go to one of those yards, right? They're all one and the same. First and foremost, let me make that clear. A SNY 50-50 yard, one and the same. They're all PC. They're no good. Okay, now let me say this because, and I don't say this bragging. Y'all know we don't brag about jail. We don't brag about prison. We don't brag about no gang activity. We don't brag about no crimes. We don't brag about no violence. However, as a person that's always been committed to standing on what he stand on, as a Crip, we're always held to certain standards up under that, whether you're a Crip or a Blood. But I'm a Crip, so I'm only going to speak for me and my establishment. Okay? You're held to a certain standard. There was supposed to be zero tolerance for rats, zero tolerance for snitches, zero tolerance for homosexuality, zero tolerance for anybody that commit a crime upon a child, zero tolerance for anybody that grape a woman. Zero. When I say zero tolerance, I mean that. Zero tolerance for anybody that go to a level 4 general population prison yard and violate any rule. Zero tolerance. As a Crip that's in prison on a level 4 general population yard, if you ever came around me and you violated any rule, guess what's going to happen to you? You're going to get removed off that yard. Quick, fast, and I don't care who you are or who you think you are. You got a lot of buster ass niggas, right? that was once in the general population amongst people like myself that lived up under those same rules and guidelines. But for one reason or another, whether it been a drug addiction, whether it been a gambling addiction, whether it been disrespect, any of those things, right, can or stealing, right, can get you removed off a level 4 general population yard. I listen to a lot of these dudes jump online that's doing podcasts now, right? A lot of these dudes be telling all these exquisite stories about their LA County jail experiences, taking 15 fades back to back, putting stuff in dudes' rectums, gay shit, buster shit, right? In the LA County jail, right? I listen to all these fascinating stories that a lot of these dudes would jump on camera and tell, right? And then, but before that, they're on the street, tattoos all over their face, everywhere. You see them in these gang vlogs, throwing up all these different gang signs and this and F that. They go into dudes' hoods, spray painting on the wall, they hood, filming it. You know what I'm saying? Being a menace in different communities, right? Gangbanging. Now, as a person that was gangbanging, right? I cannot be a hypocrite and say, okay, well, because I done my fair share of ugliness, so I'm not gonna be a hypocrite and say to this generation or whoever's out there doing these type of things, right? Oh, you're no good, you're this, you're that. No, 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 I ain't gonna do that. No, right? My thing is, if you're on that type of timing, stay on that type of timing. Meaning, you're out there on the streets doing all these wild things, right? Then you go to the Los Angeles County Jail and you running 15 fades. Y'all packing dudes out. Y'all sticking shit up in dudes' rectums, right? You in there smoking spice and doing all these drugs. Then it's time to go to prison. You take a lot of those bad habits from the streets and from the LA County Jail to the level 4 prison yards with you. Guess what? That's where you get that reality check at. You buster ass niggas, y'all can't stand living on a yard with structure. Because a lot of that shit y'all was doing in the LA County jail, you would never be. Why y'all don't hear these dudes in prison telling those type of stories in prison? Why? Question these niggas. Question them. Why they not in prison telling these type of stories about putting 15 phase and putting stuff in dudes' rectums? Tell them why they not telling them type of stories. Why? Because they know they will leave the yard in a helicopter with their life in jeopardy. Period. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm not putting no extras on it. And again, I'm not bragging about prison. I'm telling you reality. It angers me seeing these buster ass niggas that once lived under the same structure as me ended up falling weak in the game because they couldn't smoke spice, they couldn't get in debt, they couldn't just go disrespecting motherfuckers, they couldn't put stuff in dudes' rectums, they couldn't do none of that. And if any of them tried it, they got airlifted off the yard. They end up on a 50-50 SNYPC yard, right? Eventually, they end up over there. So they get over there. Some of them do their time, get out, and right back to the tough shit. All the rah, 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 rah. I have never in my whole entire life of being on this earth ever seen no PC, no person that's been removed off no general population yard and ended up on the PC yard, right? Never go there, get out, be able to go back to their hood and be on this rah-rah tough guy stuff all over the internet, calling dudes out for phase. When the hell did that ever happen? And when did real gang members start giving SNY PCs head up phase? When did this start? You end up on one of those yards, bro. You don't got no head of fade coming from me. I don't give a fuck who you are, where you from. It's not gonna happen. When I get out of prison, no, I'm not on no gang banging shit. I'm one of the dudes that actually mean what I say. I'm not in here praising Allah, praising Joshua, praising nothing, right? I've been a crip, straight up. That's been my push. The whole 30 motherfucking 1 years I've been in prison, that's been my push. Why? Because you're held to a standard. Don't never mark the game. Do everything right that you're supposed to do. Keep all busters at bay. The rules are the rules, period. Ain't nobody bigger than the program. These buster ass niggas that end up on those SNY 50-50 yards, they thought they was bigger than the program until they ran into that reality check. If these dudes were so much with the business, why you didn't squabble it out? Oh, I keep getting jumped. I keep getting, so what? You know how many other motherfuckers been, they could take that. Y'all in the LA County jail running 15 phase back to back? What you mean you keep getting jumped? Nigga, squabble it out. You tough ass niggas want to go to these PC yards, get out and get the popping it like y'all the ones and y'all not. But then again, I guess you are. If y'all going over there to the PC 50-50 yards, you know what I'm saying? With the homosexuals, with the child rapists, with the dropouts, those that's sitting on them yards over there, they got niggas put on death row, life sentences without the possibility of parole. This is who these tough ass, tatted up, 50 million gang signs in these gang vlogs is willing to go program with after all that gang banging shit y'all do on the streets, after all that homosexual shit y'all putting shit in dudes' rectums in the LA County jail running 15 phase back to back. You want to go to prison and go to a 50-50 SNY? I don't give a fuck who's feeling it or not. I don't care. I've made myself very clear on this situation before, and I'm going to continue to do it. I don't give a fuck. Oh, the streets ain't the same no more. You're going to be disappointed. And well, man, I'm not. I don't give a fuck about none of that. It's not F the streets with me. It's F the niggas that's out there fucking up the streets with me. You trash ass dudes that don't stand on nothing. Y'all don't have no solid foundations on nothing that y'all stand on. You think you do, but you don't. Because if you did, you would never end up, you would never be willing to even think about contemplating going to no 50-50 SNY yard. And then want to go over there and get out and talk all this shit about niggas on the general population main lines. Oh, they dirty politic me. They dirty politic me off the yard. You feel me? I keep getting jumped. These niggas ain't my homeboys. If they was my homeboys, they wouldn't keep jumping. You's a buster. Straight up. Anybody that's out there hanging with anybody that's been on a PC SNY yard, any of y'all, I don't give a fuck where you from, right? I don't care. If you're hanging with them, I'm considering you one of them. We are not friends. We are not homeboys. We are not nothing. There's too many motherfucking people out there, too many dudes that want to be cops, but dressed up in gangbang attire with the tattoos and all. But you niggas want to be police. And that's fine if that's what you want to do. Nigga, go to the academy, nigga. It's a complete disrespect to not just my homies resting in peace, that the people that y'all always putting shit on. The dead homies, right? Same people y'all putting shit on is turning in their grave because they seeing the mark shit that you niggas is doing. Period. do all that shooting, all that crime, all that the gang shit, you know what I'm saying? And these gang vlogs, all this shit talking. Go to the county jail, sticking shit up dudes' asses, you know what I'm saying? Doing all this tough guy shit. But when it's time to hit that level 4 prison, oh, they dirty politic me. Nah, nigga, you want to stick stuff in dudes' butts. You want to smoke spice and wig out and get the whole motherfucking yard hit. You want to get in debt. You know why I remove niggas off the yard with me? Right? If you place my safety in jeopardy, if you place my homeboy's safety in jeopardy, I can promise you, I am gonna make sure you get airlifted off the yard. Period. I don't give a fuck who you think you are. Nobody is bigger than the program, not even me. So if I violate in any type of way, I want my my homeboys, nigga, hold me to the same standards. Period. It ain't no way in hell. It ain't no way in hell I should look and see all these clips of a PCSNY rat ass nigga calling out no supposed real gang affiliated dudes that, from what I know and understand, have never PC'd up off no yards. How the fuck is this possible? How is niggas even think about contemplating giving this fool a head of fade? That nigga should be eating bullets. Fresh off a PC yard? Come on, bro. Come on. I see one dude, I'm not gonna say his name, right? One specific person, right? That not only was this person on a PC SNY yard, but he had a white boy as a celly. Right? Now I told y'all on those yards, they can be in the cell with whoever they want to be. There's no structure, there's no nothing. They can be in the cell with a child rapist. They could be in the cell with a child, a woman rape, whoever. They can be in the cell with these. There's no separation. So don't be fooled by that 50-50 shit. That's just the soft way of saying PC, SNY. They're not separated. They're all together. They're integrated together. They live in the same buildings. They sit at the same tables. They share the same showers, the same day rooms, the same fucking yard. There's no difference. They're together. If let's just say my points drop and I went down to a level 3, they wanted to send me to a level 3. Well, you know what's going to happen? If they send me to one of these level 3s, that's 50-50, right? One or two things is going to happen. Either I'm going to take off on them or they're going to take off on me. Because what's going to get established as soon as you step foot up in there, are you active or non-active? If I get there and tell them I'm active, they finna smash me. A person just like the one guy that just called out somebody for a fade doing a live broadcast, right? A person like that would actually take off on me if I told them I was active. Coming from a level 4 general population yard who's never violated no rules, my points just dropped. So guess what? It's for you stupid, dumb, ignorant motherfuckers that actually, somebody invited me on a podcast, right? And I had people trying to attack me for this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying attack because that's exactly what the fuck happened, right? And my question is if you're not willing to have a chomo living next door to you and you got fucking grandkids, little kids, this is a convicted child rapist. If you're not willing to live with these motherfuckers, why the fuck would you tell me go down there so you can come home? And in the same sentence, oh, they're way more active on those PC yards than the general population yards. In the same sentence. And here it is, me on a level 4 general population yard, not PC, not SNY, not EOP, not none of that, nigga. Never. You feel me? And doing my time. I'm not leading no riots. I'm not stabbing people. Okay? I'm not jumping behind this camera acting fake tough, barking on motherfuckers, right? I'm actually trying to do something. I'm really one of the ones that won't change. I desire it. And being that I desire it, you best believe each and every day of my life, of being in my 53 years of age, I'm not going backwards in none of this shit, right? But as an OG Crip that has been in prison all these years, and unfortunately, I'm looking at the world through a window, and I'm seeing all this bullshit, right? That is going on in the world, in society, with these gang members, right? The background that I come from, doing all this BS and is allowing all this BS. How the hell a SNYPC nigga gonna defend somebody that's a known informant? You're a rat. You a snitch. And you stand up, bro, and niggas is going for it. You gang members. This is why my message is always the same. You feel me? Where I tell y'all, we don't glamorize or you know, put up on a pedestal jail, prison, gangs, none of that shit, right? There's no pride in that shit no more. Me and my young homie Duke Dirt was just having a conversation yesterday, and I was telling him, bro, I remember a time back in the day where I was actually proud to be part of this. I was actually like, I could point out certain people, situations that I was proud. I was proud of it, right? There's nothing for me to be proud about in this day and age when I see PC that marked the game. You only fake tough. Now that you're out, you went to a PC yard. Now you out, and it's what was all that on the level 4 general population yard? You feel me? Was you barking like that on them homosexuals? You was over there sticking stuff up in their butt? You had to be. The dropouts, the dudes that got other motherfuckers' life sentences, put on death row, then rape somebody's mama or sister or kid. Y'all wouldn't, yeah, come on, bro. You was accepting of that. But you want to go and hang out on one of those yards, get out, and you want to be accepted back into the community like you a real one? And motherfuckers is actually allowing this. These dudes walk around freely and do all this barking. How the hell is a PC pressing a supposed real gang member? Here it is. You got one that actually went PC. That's confirmed. He's a PC SMY rat. And then you got another one that, from what I understand, ain't never did no PC, nothing. And the PC is pressing for, could make it make sense to me, man. Game is trash, bro. Straight up. I would never encourage nobody's kids to join this shit. Never. Trash. Any of y'all young dudes that's out there that's not gang affiliated, hey man, don't become part of that world. Point blank, period. Because these people are showing the whole entire world what that shit really is about. And then the old niggas, some of these old niggas don't make it no better. Oh, go over to the PC yard, man. Just come home, but don't go back to a level 4. And I'm not talking about nobody specific, so don't get me wrong, right? But this is the message that's being put out. It's confusing to these young dudes. On one hand, you got old dudes saying go to the 50-50, but don't go back to a level 4 if you go to a 50-50 because they're going to eat you alive. You feel me? So the message has to be more clear. If y'all not standing on nothing and the game is a free for all, Say that. But if you standing on something, I'm talking about you dudes that's supposed to be real dudes, right? You have voices in your community amongst your homeboys and all that, right? How about we make the message a little bit more clear, like I am. I can't be the only one that feel like this. I can't. But sometimes I feel like I am. Because my voice is drowned out by all this bullshit that's going on by these fake ass tough wannabe turned up SNYPC dudes. You can't go praising this and praising that and then on the dead homies, cuz this, cuz that, blood this, blood that, dead homies this. Man, get the fuck up out of here with that fake ass shit. You tough ass gang members, come to the level 4 where I'm at. You feel me? Y'all that hard, y'all that tough. Y'all like sticking stuff up in dudes' rectums and all that gay shit. Come to the level 4 where I'm at and try it. Come to the level 4 where I'm at, think you're gonna get in debt, and nothing happened to you. You're not able to pay your debt, and you think ain't nothing gonna happen to you. Come to a level 4 and try. You think you can come to a level 4 and disrespect motherfuckers and get away with it because you think you bigger than the program? Come to a level 4 and try. I don't care who you are. I don't give a fuck how old you are or how young. Come to the level 4 and try. And watch what happened, like the many other ones that had to find out and ended up over there on that 50-50 yard, the S&Y yard, right? Where they over there crying like a bull. They politic me. They politic me off the yard. Man, get up out of here with all that, bro. For real, for real. Get up out of here with all that. I'm not trying to hear none of that. I got fake politics. Oh, really? Really? How is a motherfucker getting away with you know what I'm saying? With getting dirty politics on a level 4 yard and getting away with it? Because the way that I understand things to be ran in prison, being that I'm in it, look around. This ain't no normal background. This ain't no green screen and none of that, nigga. This is real life. For me, 31 years of it. This ain't no green screen, bro. Feel me? Nah, this is real life. And only the ones that's been through this shit is gonna understand that. There's no if you get dirty politics on a level 4 yard, that means all your homeboys was in cahoots. It's cars. And when you have a car, it's more than one person. It's more than 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's like a car is a collective. So all those people within your car would have to all be in cahoots. The dirty top politic, one motherfucker, you that special? I've never seen it before. As much shit as I've been in prison, as much as I've done in prison, you get removed off the yard for violating the rules. Period. You think you bigger than the program? That hey, jump out there and see what happened, and you're gonna be one of the many others that's jumping online that develop a voice that's able to go to a platform like a whole jumper. You know what I'm saying? Where it's policed out the game. I ain't never seen nothing like it, bro. I've been saying that about whole jumper for the longest. I say whole jumper. Policed out the game, bro. And I just find it fascinating that it's been so many people that's been willing dying, stepping all over each other to get on that platform, only to end up deceased or in prison, looking at a whole bunch of time. While the person that run that show sit back and continue to run all these bullshit ass WWE plays Like people can't see through this shit, right? Selling out, he don't care. He done sold his booty. He done sold his wife's vagina. You know what I'm saying? He don't care. The daughter, I hate to say it because I'm not even going to involve the kid. But bro, if a person is willing to sell their own, that's a real pimp though. They say a real pimp will sell his own butt. So if this dude is selling himself and his wife, then I don't put nothing past him. Straight up. You feel me? But again, it all ain't on him because dudes decide to go to that motherfucker instead of building their own platforms. Build your own platforms, bro. Be independent. You don't have to be tucked up under another nigga nuts. But then again, some of these dudes want to be tucked up under another nigga nuts because they like nuts. And if that's what you into, then hey, so be it. But don't cry when it go bad for you. Oh God, F hoe jumper, F the host, F the owner of that place. Oh, now this F him. You was just praising his nuts 5 minutes ago. Dumbass gang members, man. Start your own business, man. Start your own platforms, bro. Be independent. Stop being scared. Stop trying to get jumped to the front of the line, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And you know, put the work in, like me. You feel me? I'm blessed and thankful for the slow start. No, our views ain't all that. But am I crying and complaining? No, it's a blessing. Why? Because we sleep comfortably every night knowing that we ain't sold our soul. We not chasing stories. We not jumping in all of LA's business, all in Long Beach business, all in Compton's business, all in Inglewood's business, all in the IE's business, all in Sacramento's business, all in San Diego's business. We not doing none of that over here. I don't feel that we need to. We stay in our lane and stay respectful. However, the disrespect comes in where you have, I really take personal issue with the PC dudes. You know what I'm saying? That chose to go function with these chomos. I hate chomos. Hate them with a passion. All right? I makes no secret. I hate them with a passion. And you choose by choice to go over there and function with these type of people, right? We will never, ever be friends. You're one of them. I'm looking at you as one of them. How a nigga off a S&Y yard get offended for being called a PC and try to turn up and call it a guy for a fag? How? You off a PC yard? You offended by that? That's the truth. That's what I'm saying, bro. The game is trash, bro. Trash. And that's the same type of people that's being invited back into the communities, right? Are those the type of people that's making the communities better? I need answers to this. Y'all out there in the free world, man. So y'all tell me, is the people that's getting off these 50-50 S&Y yards making the communities better? What the fuck are they doing to make the communities better? Because so far from what I've been seeing, and the prime example is this weirdo that I've seen clip after clip over and over of calling out supposed stand-up gang members for phasing shit and hard pressing, fake hard press. I'm gonna say fake hard press, right? Let me know. Are these dudes actually making change out there? I want to know, because guess what? They ain't making no change in the jailhouse. It's not on no level 4. their existence will be very short. Let somebody like that come to a level 4 yard, man, and watch what happened to him. You want to fade? All right, come on, let's go. I'm gonna stab you right in your face. You're not getting no fair, man. What? What? SNYPC ain't got nothing coming. Period. You don't get no fair when you don't get no fade. You don't get nothing. But the ultimate hurt, and I'm just gonna say that. You feel me? But is it acceptable for these type of guys back in y'all communities? I want to know. Be truthful. Because if it is, say that. Because I'm tired of all the misinformation. I'm tired of it. And I know the people out there in the world, they got to be tired of this clownery ass shit. They got to be. Oh, F the game banging stuff. The game banging stuff is watered down and this and that and blah, blah. Yes, it is. I agree. I agree. But it's only watered down because the goalposts continue to get pushed back. People is because of who they related to or who they associated with, they're pushing the goalposts further and further back for certain people, right? And the game is kind of like it's becoming like a rubber band. You feel me? You know, when you open up a rubber band, you can just pull it and stretch it all kind of different ways. You know what I'm saying? There's no real structure to a rubber band. And that's how the game is becoming. It's getting stretched out everywhere because don't nobody want to stand on nothing. Everybody want to give everybody a pat. Oh, he snitched, but you know, that's whoop de whoop son. That's whoop de whoop. And another thing, man. I'm gonna call a ball, a strike a strike, right? If your mother or father's a rat, 9 times out of 10, the kids is gonna be a rat. Period. The apple ain't gonna fall far from the tree at all because they're breeding that in their household. Kids pick up what they see in their household first. So if little Tommy is looking at his daddy and seeing him having all these communications with police officers and you know snitching on this and snitching on that, then guess what the kid gonna grow up thinking? Oh, it's okay to be a rat. Where my rat ears and rat tail? I want to be just like daddy. It don't surprise me at all seeing some of these dudes jump out there, man, and truly expose themselves, you know, what they stand for and what they don't stand for. It don't surprise me at all. But my humble opinion is this, right? And again, we don't glorify prison. We don't glorify no gang shit. We don't glorify violence. I would never jump behind this camera and tell nobody to go hurt or harm nobody. I would never in a million years do that. I would never in a million years tell nobody to go destroy the community. It's the opposite. You feel me? And the way to succeed in those goals, you have to be willing to clean up your fucking backyard. You feel me? I understand dudes are scared to go to jail because they know a lot of these dudes is gonna tell. They rats. They telling you that. They jump behind the camera and say all kind of crazy. These dudes are speaking on open unalivings. These dudes is crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy seeing a lot of this stuff. It's disgusting. It turned my stomach. Shout out to everybody in the chat too, man. I see all y'all, man. Shout out to everybody. You feel me? But I think about this. I don't get into nobody's politics. You know what I'm saying? Or none of that, right? I try to stay as far as away from that stuff as I possibly can. I don't get into nobody else's politics. I don't even speak on my own community's politics. I stay away from it. because it does nothing for us here at this round table. We all about building and elevating from whatever you know bad situations we may be in or come from, right? However, I want to use this as an example, right? Um, Nipsey Hussle. You know, before I start this show, each and every time before I go live, right, I would usually go to YouTube, cut my music on. I either listen to Nipsey or I listen to Tupac or, I listen to a lot of deceased rappers. However, Nipsey, now I only know what's put on the internet when it comes to that situation with him and his, the person that unalived him, right? So if the allegations are true about that guy, the guy that supposedly unalived Nipsey, right? If those allegations are true about him being no good, being a rat, right? Then Nipsey's death fall on that whole entire community. You know why? Because that person was allowed, he was comfortable enough going back to that community and doing that. See, if a person is from my experience of being in the game for so long, if a person is considered to be a rat or no good, then they are ostracized from that community or supposed to be, meaning they're not supposed to be able to go back. All ties are supposed to be cut. That person is never supposed to be feeling comfortable enough to be able to come back and do something like that. And down goes a great. A great person is lost to a person like this that's supposed to be no good. I don't, like I said, I don't know that situation. I'm just using it as an example because that type of thing happens in a lot of communities. Life is lost to bullshit ass dudes. We lose good people to bullshit people that come on, man. These dudes been told on people and then went PC and SNY. How is they getting a voice? How do they feel comfortable enough showing up to an event to be able to call out real, active, supposed gang members? How? That boggles my mind. Is society really that twisted? And if so, again, to the kids that's out there, look at all this buffoonery and utilize that as much esteem as you possibly could to never be part of no gang shit. They showing you, don't do it. Don't do it. Because you're going to get effed over in the end, one way or the other. Hey, hey, Dalmo, that's some real shit, bro. Throw this up on the screen, man. That's real, bro. But see, to live with no structure, right? To live with no rules, to live with no code of ethics, there might as well be no game. It shouldn't be no game. It should be no gangs. It should be no Crips. It should be no Bloods. It should be none of that. It should just be a complete, just free for all, if that's the case. But that ain't the business right there. You have dudes that openly admitted to putting stuff in dudes' rectums, homie. You feel me? These dudes are supposed to be real gang members. Openly admitting to putting things in doing other men's rectums. What part of that is this gangster? I would never understand that. Running 15 phase back to back, nigga, you might as well let all 15 of them niggas jump you at once. Stabbing dudes and doing all this foul shit. Like, man, come on, man. Do all this shit. Y'all do all that bullshit on the street. You know what I'm saying? Get locked up and want to go PC. Oh, I got to get home as fast as I can to my kids. You didn't give a fuck about them kids when you was doing that stupid ass shit. You didn't care about none of them kids. You weird ass niggas don't give a F about none of them kids, bro. You niggas, a lot of you dudes is deadbeat dads anyway. Straight up. I'm calling the boy. I'm fed up. I'm tired of seeing the shit, man. I'm tired of holding my tongue and being trying to be politically correct and approaching certain situations a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, like we over here at this round table, we got one direction. However, there's no way in hell that I will ever allow anybody that went to a PCR, a 50-50, EOP, SNY, whatever you want to call it. There's no way in hell. And if any of you dudes ever get the thought in your head, I don't care who you are or who you think you are, but if you ever get that thought in your head, when I get on the other side of this camera, you think you're going to call me out for a fade and you get it, all right, you're going to get it. Straight up. And I hate having to be in the mind frame like that. However, ain't the name of the game protect yourself at all times? Protect yourself at all times, bro. I'm not playing with nobody. I value like I said, I'm not aging backwards. The rest of the time I got on this earth goes to my family and the people that I love, the people that I deal with on an everyday, consistent basis. Period. So you best believe, nigga, I done been cheated out of their life enough already. You think I'm finna get out of prison and allow a nigga to chip me? You crazy as hell. You think I'm gonna get out of prison and give a PC SNY 50-50 ass nigga a head up fade? You crazy as hell. It ain't gonna happen. I send niggas to PC yards. What the fuck I look like after I send you there, giving you a head up fade after I send you there? Make that make sense. So you already know how to come. If you got the courage to come, you know how you got to come. I'm not playing with nobody. Period. So that's let that be the warning to anybody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm surprised there's not a lot more people that have that same point of view. However, again, I do understand that there's a lot of dudes that's scared to get locked back up or get locked up, period. I get it. Don't nobody want to be in no jail or in no prison, but goddamn, we got to stand on something. With no foundation, everything crumbled. Y'all know that. Hey, Dalmu. Hey, it ain't no doubt in my mind about that. It ain't no doubt in my mind about that, right? And I'm almost positive that it's quite a few people, right, that run a tight ship just like that. It's quite a few. I'm not saying that everybody fall up under this same category of this subject that I'm talking about. Not at all. Right? It's just these goofies that's jumping out there, bro, that is making it seem like, you know, it always amazes me. It always amazes me seeing one of these dudes get out of jail, man, and jump online and get to popping it. I'll be like, wow, where was that energy at when you was on the level 4? Why you end up PCing up? If that's the case, if you that hard, right? If you that gangster, if you that loped out, that cripped out, that blooded out, how did you ever end up on the PCSNY 50-50? Oh, I got dirty politics. They kept jumping me over and over. My own homeboys, they kept doing this, doing that. All the excuses, right? All the BS, right? I done got into it with my homeboys in jail, bro. You feel me? A couple of times. Did I go PC? No. Am I jumping online talking bad about them? No. Am I jumping online talking bad about any level 4 prison yards? No. But what I do is talk to discourage people from going to prison or having to be put in those situations, of course. But I tell y'all these stories from my prison experiences. I've told y'all my wins, I've told y'all my losses, all that shit. See, when you're a real one, you don't have to put no extras on anything. Never. I come and I speak truth, truth only. Any extra shit, you know what I'm saying? If anybody feel that I'm putting any extras on any story or anything that I ever put into the environment, please speak on it. I would gladly oblige you. You feel me? But with me, y'all have to understand, bro, I have a million people, a million from everywhere that I will most definitely bring to this platform. Neighborhood, gangster, it don't matter. Blood, crip, it don't matter. Dare me. That is going to tell you verbatim my mind state is these dudes' mind state, bro. You feel me? And how I present myself is my everyday self. You feel me? So it just baffles me. It you know it trips me out, bro. Seeing these dudes, PC, SNY, 50-50, dude, calling motherfuckers out for a fade, doing a live broadcast. A live broadcast. That's nasty work. Nasty, nasty work, man. But again, these are the same people that were sticking stuff in dudes' butts. These are the same people that had white boys and cellies on PC yards, right? Hey, don't make me pull some stuff up because I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. But these are the same people that you went through the PC stuff, bro. Protective custody. Your life was in jeopardy. So they sent you had to go to protective custody. Right? And then you get, oh, I got dirty politics. That's how I ended up over there. But you're still a big old tough guy. You got these dudes bragging, oh, I can go to any community. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. I can go anywhere. I'm safe. I'm good. And get the name in all these different hoods and all this shit. You know what I'm saying, man? Get up out of here with all that, bro. Don't nobody care about none of that. Because at the end of the day, my bad, y'all. But yeah, man, dudes going to PCRs, man, with chomos. I, I can't get over that, bro. I got little nieces, I got little nephews. These are kids. This is the future of my family. This is the future of this country, bro. As young black men, young black women, that's gonna lead the next generation, bro. You feel me? And their purity is threatened anytime a chomo is around in the area, any of that, our job and obligation as real men is supposed to protect them at all costs. The chomos is supposed to get punished for violating these kids' purity. When did it become cool to go program with these type of people? I don't give a oh, they're shaving off a couple of months off my time. Man, get the fuck up out of here with that. Anybody that questioned me why I don't go to a 50-50 yard, fuck you. Anybody, fuck you. Straight up, take your ass to a 50-50 PC yard. How about that? Matter of fact, just hand your kids over to one of the motherfuckers. Hand your kids over to Epstein or one of them child molesters. Do that. Since you want to be so kumbaya with these type of motherfuckers, do that. You may as well do it. But in taking the opportunity to tell me, oh, you've been in prison for 31 years. You mean to tell me you wouldn't go to a few mother hell? No, I wouldn't. No. No means no. I send people to those yards. I've sent people to those yards for various different violations. Now, I don't know dirty politics or none. I don't play politics. They violated in one way or another. You violate anything that jeopardizes my life. I value my life. I value my homies that surround me. Life. I've told y'all, when these dudes are handed to me as the elder, it's my duty and responsibility to make sure that they program correctly the way that they're supposed to so they can get back home safely to their family and their kids and their loved ones. And I don't mean sending these niggas on kamikaze bullshit missions. You know what I'm saying? To keep them in prison longer. You know how many of my young homies that's been with me that's out right now that I've never sent them on no fucking missions. If anything, they would tell you, Creep frontlined it with me. Creep ain't never sent me on no mission. Creep went with me on the mission. Ask him that. On everything that I love. Okay? For all inquiring minds that want to know, I don't wreck my young homies. I don't, that's why I don't get on here and talk all that rah-rah, you know what I'm saying, about none of this stuff, because in all honesty, I take these stories, man, to encourage the people to do better, to not jeopardize their freedom, to not jeopardize, putting that separation in between them, their kids, and their family, because I've done it. I've been a victim of that, of being out my family life for 31 years. 31 years, nigga. I left the streets when I was 22. I'm 53 now. Okay? Why in the hell would I ever encourage anybody else's kids to be a part of something that destroyed my life, turned it upside down? Period. It ain't never gonna happen, man. Straight up. I'm finna get ready to get up out of here. I've taken up more than enough of y'all time, man. You feel me? I needed to get that off my chest, man. Like I said, we've been off 3 days. You feel me? I've been dealing with some personal issues. You know what I'm saying? I had to get my mental back right, man. You feel me? And I didn't even think it was the right time for me to even approach this situation, to bring this to the round table. But then again, all that. Because my roundtable family know, man, I'm gonna speak the truth. It's nothing but the truth, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I want all the righteous dudes to be safe. I don't want none of y'all kids or anybody to be misled by none of this bullshit that y'all see online with none of these clowns, none of this no whole jumper stuff. You got dudes calling the police. Man, come on, man. Hey, don't look at none of that stuff and think that all of California is like that. all my people in all across the world that I'm in communications with, you know what I'm saying? If you in a different state and I fuck with you, if you in a different country and I fuck with you, don't look at none of the buffoonery that y'all see online, man, and think that all of California is like that, that all the dudes in California is like that, because we not. You actually have some real stand-up men, not Crip, not Blood, not none of that, men that just had those titles attached to them. You feel me? But don't get it twisted, because everybody ain't with the buffoonery. Everybody ain't with the WWE fake plays and all that shit. We not getting down like that, bro. Niggas is living real life. Real life. This is real life. Me being in prison, this is real life. Me being inside this prison cell, this is real life. Straight up. On that note, I'm finna get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. You feel me? And again, shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me look through this real quick, man. I'm finna get up out of here. Who all jumped in there? Shout out to my beautiful woman, Miss Golden. I love you. My bro, my brethren, Damu Robbins, man. Love and appreciate you always, bro. You already know, bro. For real, for real. Wizard, shout out to you, my bro. Another one of my bros, man, out there in Australia. Much love. Remember love. G Bravado, shout out to you, my brethren. Much love as always, homie. For real, for real. Oh, okay, Miss Jones. Shout out to you. I appreciate you for tapping in, man. Shout out to you and my bro 16 to life. I appreciate you for coming to the round table. You feel me? Salute to you, Miss Jones. Groovy Deezy, shout out to you, my bro. I appreciate you as always, bro. For real, for real. Mr. Hudgens, shout out to you, man. All right, yeah, I'm finna get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody for tapping in, you know, taking the time out to come to this round table, man, and hear me out about this situation. Again, do not look at these dudes as being real ones, because they not. If these dudes had any type of integrity about themselves and was really with the business, they would never go to a 50-50 PC yard. Never. Real ones stand up, man. You feel me? And you take a L, you take a L, but you don't throw in the towel, go PC, and get to talking all this stuff about the general population and get out on some fake tough shit. And y'all dudes that's out in these different communities that call yourself gang members, you know what I'm saying? And y'all active gang members, y'all need to stop inviting these dudes back into y'all communities and making them feel comfortable to be able to come and hang out, because you have fools like this idiot that jumped out there calling people off of phase doing a live broadcast, feeling comfortable enough to do that, man. And somebody gonna get hurt. Somebody is gonna seriously get hurt. And that blood is gonna fall on y'all hands because y'all inviting that shit. You feel me? On that note, I'm finna get up out of here, man. I love and appreciate you all, man. Y'all take care, y'all stay safe. That the people that's in your life know that you love and appreciate them while you can, because tomorrow's promised to nobody. You feel me? And again, like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already did it, man. Love and appreciate you all. To the next time we meet at this round table, love all y'all. Triple gang.